Who was Alexander von Humboldt?
Well, let's start with a few facts. So he was born in 1769, which is the same year as Napoleon. He was the son of a wealthy Prussian aristocratic family who lived in Berlin and just outside Berlin. But he gave up this life of privilege and he spent his entire fortune on a 5-year exploration of Latin America. And it was a voyage that shaped his life, but also his thinking, and that made him famous across the world. So famous, in fact, that his contemporaries said that he was the most famous man after Napoleon, and they called him the Shakespeare of the sciences. And he inspired scientists, of course, but he also inspired politicians, revolutionaries, poets, artists. Thomas Jefferson, for example, called him the greatest ornament of the world. Simón Bolívar called him the discoverer of the new world. Goethe said that a few hours with Humboldt is like reading several years. Charles Darwin said he would have never boarded the Beagle without Humboldt. Henry David Thoreau's Walden would have been a very different book without him. So his impact was huge. But at least in the English-speaking world, he's almost forgotten today. But his name lingers everywhere, so there are more places, plants and animals named after Humboldt than anyone else.
A Humboldt squid. 2 meters long, they have a local reputation as man-eaters.
From the Humboldt Current, which is the cold ocean current that hugs the west coast of South America.
The current that flows along the western coast of South America would later be named after Alexander von Humboldt, although it was known centuries before his expedition to the region.
To the Humboldt penguin. Mountain ranges in China, in New Zealand. So he is still everywhere, but the question is, why is he so important? And I think he's very important, otherwise I would have not done 2 books about him. And he's the one who gave us a concept of nature that still very much shapes our thinking today. So he came up with this idea that nature is an interconnected whole, a living organism, and this great web of life.